best buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. I love making everything that has to do with junk journals. If this is something you enjoy too, subscribe. We'll have great fun, and I need you to help me grow. I am a new channel, and we'll get right to it. These are adorable little fabric flowers that would be super cute on a journal cover or on a journal card. And you know, they can be squished and then they still look adorable. It's not like you know, paper ones, you squish them and they're not going to look so good, but these fabric ones, you squish them and they'll go right back to where they were. And they're not, when you squish them, they really can flatten out. So that's a nice feature. So I'm going to show you how I made these little fellas. So let's get right to it. Let me move these out of the way. So you'll need to get some material that's polyester, satin, organza, acetate lining, something that basically you can melt, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to melt the edges, and it will seal these raw edges with the flame. So you'll need, I just used 2 different sizes. I did not use really big ones because I just want small flowers for the journals. I don't want big, huge flowers, which you could make them if you choose to make big flowers. You just need a bigger circle. And let's cut a circle out and I'll just show you how I do it. I iron my acetate on a low setting and I folded it 2 or 3 times so I can cut more circles out than one at a time, multiple circles. I'm going to cut a small one out, and I really just used my glue container, and I'm going to move this to go right here on the corner, and I literally just put this here. I do draw right on my fabric because when I cut it out, I'm going to cut it out inside of the marked part, so there's not going to be any ink on my fabric. This is just the way that I find it easier for me. I don't use well, I just cut it out this way just because it's just so much easier for me. I've made these for years and years. I've been around a long time, and this is just how I find it easiest for me. And so I'm all about doing it the easiest way. I don't need complicated. I get confused with complications. So we'll just make it easy. See, I'm just cutting off the ink, any little ink spots. And they don't have to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, because no flower is perfect, and it just makes them beautiful when a petal sticks up higher than another petal. That's just see how some of the petals stick up higher than the others. It just makes it adorable. So then what I do is I take it like this. I take my pen out and I fold it again so it makes a pie shape. So I'll take it apart again. So I've got my circle, and it might be a little thick. Let's just take a couple of them. We need to be able to cut through it. So just make a pie shape, a piece of pie. I hold it and I cut down. I'm cutting the edges off. So I'm making the circle scalloped. This is the easiest way I find to do it. Once again, it's all about me and being easy. So I just cut the edge off. See if I can hold this and fold this one with my other hand so I can show you the difference. See the difference? I just cut the edges off. I made it round. So you open it back up and see it's got because of this color here. Now you can see. It just made it scalloped. that's what we did. By folding it, the only way I can describe it, you fold it in half and then in half again, in half, then in half again, and then just cut off the corners and round it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so we've got some of those. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, this bigger one that I've already cut. This has sparkles in it. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. So I'll just do a few of these. Fold it again, just like this. And then I'm going to cut the edges off. And then it just makes it like that. That one's not as scalloped, which is fine. It is fine. We'll make this one deeper scalloped. Fold it again if you'd like. Okay, this is going to be more scalloped, deeper scalloped. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the candle part, the flame, the heat, and I'll show you what I do next. So yes, anytime you're working with flame, I have to say it, you must be careful. It will burn you. So be very careful with flame. All right, so I like to use a long pair of tweezers, and I put my, here, I put this, I don't want to put this on like this. I hold it, that's the word I'm looking for. I hold it like this, and then you don't have to go down very far before it will catch it and curl it. And I just want to curl it a little bit. The closer you get to the fire, it will go whoosh, and just seize right up on you and just totally curl to the point where you can't use it anymore. So do be careful. And then I'm going to do a little bit in the middle on the edge like this. Oh, see, that's going to be, no, you can't see that. That's going to be a beautiful petal. It's going to be beautiful. Alrighty, let's do a couple more, and then I'll show you how I put them together. I hope everyone is having a lovely day where I'm getting this video together in the morning. It's the day before Christmas. My granddaughter's here, and we're going to go and run our last minute errands that we have to do. My husband, he cooks, he's Italian, and he cooks lasagna for Christmas, and I have to go and get a few things that he's going to need to make that tonight. So we're going to run some errands, and it has turned cold. Oh my goodness gracious, as it turned cold. It rained and was so windy last night. Really windy, like kind of spooky windy. And now it's just so very cold, and we need to go out there and run the errands before it possibly gets even uglier, which we never want to do that, have that happen. Alrighty, let's do some of these gold ones that we cut. Let's do some of these. We'll make a two-tone flower. Make sure I seal all of the edges. You can do white or cream. but you have to be very, very careful because it will leave an ugly brown mark, and it's not attractive at all. And you do have to be careful with like lace, white lace. This fabric here does different than the other fabrics, totally different. Can you see how it's a little darker on the edges? Let me see if I can put it on that paper again without catching the paper on fire. Can you see it's a little darker on the edges? This piece of fabric that's different than this red one. Like I said, they're all a little different, and you just have to try them out, and some you'll like maybe, and some maybe you're like, oh, that's not my favorite. This one goes quickly, and it's kind of splits apart a little bit, but it still make a beautiful petal. This can be quite addictive, you know, doing this. You can lose track of time just searing your ends of your petals. All right, I think we have enough. Let me blow this out. Here we are. We don't want any flame to be anywhere and forget about it and go off on our errands and we forget. So the next thing that I like to do is I have two stamps. I have this one, and this is a circle. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see. There, that's easier. And you can use a circle, you can cut it out, you can cut a little small square out, but I just use this because I find it to be easy. And I'm going to I'm going to punch out a few of these little hearts. This is cardstock. It's just a cream, kind of lavendery color cardstock. And this is our base. This is what's going to allow this flower to sit perfect on your journal card. You can glue it perfectly flat. That's what's gonna do it right there. That's it. So I'm going to start with your first base, your first flower for a base, your first petal, not your first flower, your first petal. Say words that I want. I gotta have words. Sometimes I say all kinds of crazy things that don't make much sense. I seem to call my glue stick and ink. I don't know, I seem to do that. So you're going to lay your first one down, glue it on, and we're going to build on that. Just a tiny bit of glue. Now put your next one down. We're building that flower. Now my hands, I've been working with hot glue for so long. I can kind of just know when to put my hand on it and when not to put my hand on it. But for the sake of everyone else maybe not used to it, use something metal that you can take right back off so you're not hurting your hands, because they will burn. It will burn you. So you do be careful. Be careful. Be respectful of the hot glue. I'm going to change colors, put another one in here just like that. Just like that. And another one. Just like that. See how we're building? Can you see? We're just building one on top of the other, and they're on the base, so it will lay flat. Let's put another one, maybe one more, and then I'll show you how I finish off the center of these, how I have been finishing off the center. You don't have to finish it off this way, but whatever you want in the center. So I have this eyelash yarn. This is a solid brown one. This one, you can get all kinds of colors off of the rainbow ones. This is a rainbow of brown and purple and orange. And this is part of a, well, let's see here. I have another rainbow one that was the green and the brighter pink and the purple. That's a brighter rainbow. They're just pieces of a brighter rainbow. That way you could get, you won't have to, they're kind of expensive. Like, you don't have to buy all brown or all red or all white. You could buy the rainbow and get different colors and not have to spend as much money. I happened to be extremely lucky one day when I went to the thrift store, and somebody had brought in all kinds of eyelash yarn, and I was there at the right time is what happened, and I just got them, and so that's how I arrived at so much eyelash yarn. I find it to be quite attractive inside these flowers, so I'm going to put this one inside. I think that goes nicely with it. There is pieces and pieces on eyelash yarn when you cut it, and it kind of frays, I guess, in the eyelash way. All right, so we're going to put, getting that off in the middle, we'll put just a little bit in the middle, okay, and we're going to take the end of our eyelash yarn and we're going to put it right in the glue. Then we're going to take the other one and put it right in, and then we're just kind of push it down on there. It's just kind of globbing it on. You're just globbing it on. So it's going to look just like that. Just glob it on. And then, oh, I don't have any more of the creamy colored ones. I'm going to go get a creamy color one. Just 1 second. Okay, so I went and got some of the bigger gold colored ones. I think that would be quite attractive in the center. Yes, I think that's really lovely. So I'm just going to take my glue gun. I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Whoa, that's not a little bit of glue. I'm going to wipe a little bit of that off. There we go. That's better. Oh, you guys, isn't that pretty? Isn't that lovely? And it has the base. It will go right in a book and be flattened. No problem. Pop right back up. Look just as beautiful. Let's make another one real quick. I have some blues that I have already melted. And let's make us a little blue and silver one. I think that would be lovely. We'll make it a little more mixed up. So let's take a base. That's what we need, is a base. Little base. Put just a little bit of glue on your base, just like that. Put your largest one down first. So you're just going to put it down and let it stick right on there. Then build from there. Do another one. Let's do a darker one. No, we're doing blue. There. Oh, this is a pretty one. And let's do another little glob of glue, and let's do a gray one. So I'm just alternating blue and gray and blue and gray, just like that. Very simple. Very simple and really quite addictive. Warning, warning. Warning, warning, Will Robinson. Y'all remember that show? I show my age. Yes, I do. I show my age when I tell you things like that. It was one of the first sci-fi shows that was a series on TV, Lost in Space. And they had this robot, and I don't even remember if the robot had a name, but it was a family and they got lost in space, and this family had a young boy in it, and his name was Will Robinson, was the name of the little boy. And I think that's enough layers. Look, that one's kind of on the side. That's a beautiful little flower. Let's see if you can see that a little better. That's a beautiful flower. Beautiful. All right, let's put a center in it. I'll finish my crazy little story. So this robot, it just like had these strange arms. It was a funny thing. I mean, seriously, it was funny. It's really hokey. That's the word for it. It was hokey. So, well, let's use the purple. So, it would fling its arms around, and it would say, "Warning, Robinson, danger approaching," as it's flinging its arms around. It was really funny. So anyway, warning, subscriber, addiction approaching. If you start making these things, you will just not be able to stop because they are so much fun, and each one is totally different than the one before, and they are so adorable. I will show you what I do with these flowers in my junk journals. I'll do a little series starting with this one as being number 1, and we'll continue. And oh, whoops, I did that with my left hand, and that's why I didn't do that right. I'm right-handed, so pick it up with your right hand, Cathy. I'll do a little series to show you what I do with these absolutely adorable little flowers. I think that would be a fun series. I hope you join me for that series. If you enjoyed this video, please push the like button and help me grow. I think these are special. What do y'all think? Oh, I just love that one. I don't know why. Here's the other one of the red one. Woo, and here's that one that we made. Oh my gosh, you guys, so much fun. Oh, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.